What is happening? Chilling here. Corey A. Johns in the pool. Ocean in the background. So much water around me. Literally pool, ocean. Got me thinking. There's literally so much water in the world. And thank God. Because it'd be pretty hard to exist without it. I mean, that is one of the main things that's important for us in order to survive on this planet, right? So much water. There's pools, there's oceans, there's rivers, there's streams, there's waterfalls, there's ponds, right? And I was thinking about how this water interacts with each other. This big ecosystem of life and the differences between them. Ponds are pretty dirty. Like, you hop in a pond or like a lake, it's pretty dirty. It's collecting bacteria. Like, there's lots of dust collecting on it, lots of things growing on it, lots of moss growing. Rivers, on the other hand, less so. Streams, pretty much none at all. Waterfalls, zero. And I was thinking, why? Why is that the case? Why are ponds so dirty, lakes so dirty, and rivers aren't? I mean, rivers are pretty relatively dirty, right? But like, worst case, you could drink out of a stream. Like, you'd want to drink out of a stream over a pond, or a waterfall over a lake. Why is that? And I was thinking, it's like, ponds don't move. They're stagnant. The water literally does not move. It stays in the same exact spot. It's kind of like this pool. It does not move whatsoever. That allows a lot of dust, allows a lot of bacteria, allows a lot of animals and mosquitoes and bugs to just live on it and thrive off of it and take its energy because it's not even moving. Rivers, on the other hand, streams, waterfalls, oceans, constantly moving, constantly ebbing, flowing, changing direction. And as I was thinking about it, I was like, man, this is a really good allegory for life, because people who don't move at all, people who stay stagnant, people who stay in the same place, they collect dust just the same. People who flow like rivers and streams and waterfalls, they're constantly moving, constantly adapting, constantly getting better. Those are the people that are actually doing things, and they're actually seeing the success that they want to see. And I was thinking, like, why would anyone want to be a pond when they could be a river? Why would anyone want to be a lake when they could be a stream, when they could be a waterfall? Well, it's comfortable not to move, but there's a price to pay for that comfortability, and that price to pay is the lack of cleanliness, the dust that settles on, the mosquitoes that are on top. And this allegory extends out to every single part of your life. It makes me think of back when I was in my 9-to-5 job, and this is not going to be a leave your 9-to-5 kind of YouTube video, but when I was in my 9-to-5 job, like, I felt stagnant. I felt like I wasn't moving. I felt trapped. I felt like there was nowhere else to go. And because I was doing that, it felt dirty. It felt like dust was collecting. And it was collecting. Now that I'm moving, I'm in Mexico. The last 3 years I've been in Peru, I've been in Costa Rica, I've been in Croatia, I've been in Germany, I've been in so many different places. I've started maybe 5 businesses at this point. Like, just moving, constantly learning, constantly adapting. And I have used my business knowledge from every single business that I've started onto the next one. It's bled onto the next one. That movement is what keeps us alive. That movement is what keeps us clean. That movement is what stops the dust from actually settling, and stops the bacteria from growing, and stops the other bugs and mosquitoes from sucking the energy out of you. That movement is what's needed. Now, I'm not saying leave your 9-to-5 job, become an entrepreneur. It's not for everyone. What I am saying is, whatever it is, you need to keep moving and adapting and learning. As a human being, you can't sit still. You can't sit stagnant, because then you're just going to be a leech. You're just going to be sucking. You're just going to be there for other people to take your energy instead of you experiencing new things about the world and learning. That's why books are so important as well, because it's literally the knowledge from the past. It's water that wasn't there anymore, that you can look at what the water looked like when it was there. I'm trying to get more into reading. But you can extrapolate this out to anything, like even as simple as playing video games, right? Something not productive. If you don't play video games for a while, if you're really, really good and then you just don't use that skill for a long time, then you're going to be bad at it, or worse than you were, because you're not staying on top of your craft. You're not constantly adapting. You're not constantly moving. Like a river, you're becoming a pond. You're letting the dust settle on your life or on your skill. Now you can extrapolate this out to an actual skill that matters, like sales. If you're not on top of your sales skills and you're not continuously improving them, then you're not going to get better. If you're not continuously using them, then your skill set, it might still be there, but you're not going to be as good as you were because some dust has settled on the top. So you need to figure out what in your life you don't want to collect dust, and you don't want to stay stagnant, and you don't want to become a pond. Whatever you're working on, whatever goals that you have. I mean, for me, it was getting the life experience that I needed, coming to places like these, coming to Mexico, going to Colombia, Peru. All these different places have given me so many different life experiences. All these different businesses I've built have given me so many different life experiences. And so whatever you need to do in order to not let dust collect on your life is the direction that you need to take. One thing that I've done in order to ensure that this never happens again, because I've got caught in that cycle, we all scroll, we all stop, we all, want to work on certain things, we do it for a week, and then our New Year's resolutions are up. One thing I've done to ensure that this never happens again is probably, you've heard me talk about Kaizen, this elite brotherhood that I've developed, that I've put in one spot in order to make sure that I'm staying on top of my shit and I'm being held accountable by other people. Like, there are other ambitious, driven, highly, highly, highly encouraging, performing men keeping me accountable to my life, to my business, to, my relationships, to everything. And because I have that, I'm in a better position. I'm constantly being a river. I'm constantly being a stream. I'm a waterfall. I'm not a pond. That's how I live my life. That's how I want to live my life. So if you feel like that you want to live your life as a pond, that's fine. If you think you're ready to keep it moving, to keep it flowing, to have that accountability, obviously the link's in the description below. You can apply to our network, see if you have what it takes to make it through the application. But really, all I would say is do whatever you need to do in order to keep things moving in your life. Because the longer you stay still, the more the dust settles.